Elsewhere now, in order to have a safe and secure Nigeria, the president has met with the defense minister for the first time after inauguration and the second time with the service chief. So this is coming less than 24 hours to the planned two-day nationwide protest by organized labor. State House correspondent Femi Akode joins me live from the presidential villa. Femi, this administration now has a defense minister, or rather there are two of them actually. What's the president's mandate for the new leadership?
Well, Nifemi, what was discussed in that security meeting was not disclosed to journalists, but we believe that the president was properly briefed in that meeting. These kind of meetings are usually called at the instance of the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And some people are also speculating that it might have something to do with the latest report coming from the Department of State Security, warning people who are planning to foment trouble to deceased, also revealing a plot by some groups in parts of the country to embark on a violent protests and all of that. So we understand that this might be one of the issues discussed in that meeting. And it is also the first time, like you rightly said, the Minister of Defense and the Minister of State for Defense will sit in the security meeting with the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. So it's just about touching base with the security situation in the country. The president would have been briefed on the prevailing situation of security as it has to do with issues in the country, in other parts of the country. And to a large extent, these security chiefs would also give the president updates so far on the last command they had from the president to go all out and ensure that security of lives and property is guaranteed, and also calling for collaboration among security agencies. So it would also be a channel for feedback for Mr. President while he also dishes out fresh directives to these security chiefs. Nifemi.
We understand that the president also met with the Oracle Global Vice President, talking about his administration's desires in the area of partnerships with global technology companies. What did you glean from that meeting?
Yes, Mr. President is thinking about using technology to also reduce the cost of governance. He has been emphasizing the need to reduce the cost of governance. And, he told his visitors, that's the global president of Oracle, that, when he was governor in Lagos State, Oracle was used, the software was used to trim down the financial status of the Lagos State government. That is, I'm talking about, their pay. Their payload. He said that, this was used to trim down the payload. A lot of ghost workers were discovered and weeded out of the system. So he says that this, moving forward, might be something that the federal government will consider in terms of reforming the public service and ensuring that all channels of leakages are blocked using this software that will be provided by Oracle, especially using technological developments. The
news just reaching us now says that the Nigeria Labour Congress was absent at the meeting between the Minister of Labour and the TUC. Of course, NLC and TUC leadership met with the president weeks ago after a nationwide protest. The Senate leadership also promised then to wade in. They have now resolved to go on strike again. How's the presidency reacting?
Well, we know that the Minister of Labour and Employment is the one interfacing with the Nigeria Labour Congress and is doing everything within his powers to see how he can prevail on the Nigeria Labour Congress. Well, there's still time before Tuesday when that planned protest, that planned nationwide strike will begin. We know that the government, the federal government, will do everything within its powers between now and that time to see how they can talk to Labour to shelve that plan. But Mr. President is traveling out of the country to attend the G20 summit in India. governance has not stopped. He's traveling to India with a strong business delegation from Nigeria and will also be meeting with investors in India during the G20 summit. He will also meet the business community there in India to talk about bringing foreign direct investments into the country. The vice president is still in the country and will run things in the absence of the president. So we believe that all of this engagement between the federal government, of course the presidency, through the Minister of Labour and Employment, and the NLC will still continue until the wee hours of the night to see how that planned strike, planned nationwide